Roman Abramovich was once the richest individual in Russia. He was one of 7 Russian oligarchs sanctioned by the UK government on March 10. In the midst of a crackdown on the country's billionaires, Abramovich attempted to sell his vast interests. Consider his opulent estate, which boasts the 3rd largest yacht in the world. We'll look at Roman Abramovich's millionaire lifestyle in today's film, as well as how the UK government sanctions have affected him. Please stay tuned. It was reported by Bloomberg that before being sanctioned, Abramovich attempted to sell his properties, including his $3 billion soccer club Chelsea FC. His net worth is estimated to be $13.5 billion, down $4.1 billion from the start of the year. His net worth reached $23.5 billion in 2008, according to the Russians. The 55-year-old Abramovich is recognized for his extensive collection of super yachts, high-end autos, private jets, and homes across the world. At one point, the Wall Street Journal dubbed his vast collection of priceless goods as the Roman Empire. The billionaire is the greatest shareholder in Evraz, the largest steel manufacturer in the world. He also has a stake in the world's largest nickel refiner. The vast majority of Abramovich's income comes from the selling of Russian state-owned properties when the Soviet Union fell apart. He had investments in the aviation, oil, and aluminum industries. In 2003, he sold a 26% stake in Russian airline Aeroflot to the Russian Central Bank. He sold his 70% stake in the Russian oil company Sibneft for more than $10 billion in 2005. He also made a $2 billion profit on his aluminum interests. From 2003 until 2008, Abramovich was governor of Chukotka, a remote Arctic state. During his term, he invested $1.3 billion of his own money on the territory. Until Abramovich sold his interests to the state-controlled energy corporation in 2015, Sibneft, the oil company he owned nearly 70% of, was registered in the region. He recently married Dasha Zhukova and has 2 daughters with her. The Garage Museum of Contemporary Art in Moscow and the New Holland Island Cultural Complex in St. Petersburg were co-founded by the two. In 2017, the couple announced their breakup after 10 years together. Abramovich previously married Irina Valentina for 16 years. When they divorced in 2007, he was worth $18.7 billion. Despite the fact that Russian courts often award a wife half of her husband's estate, Valentina agreed to a settlement of $300 million, or roughly 1.6% of Abramovich's fortune. Nothing much is known about Abramovich's first marriage to Olga Lysova, except that it lasted for 3 years between 1987 to 1990. Abramovich is thought to be trying to sell his assets in light of the West's sanctions against Russia's oligarchs. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Alexei Navalny's group identified Abramovich as one of the 35 Russians who would face sanctions. In 2003, Abramovich paid $233 million to buy Chelsea FC from longtime chairman Ken Bates. According to a statement made at the time, Abramovich is a big fan of sports and international football. In March, Abramovich announced his intention to sell the club in a statement. Abramovich added, "This has never been about business or money for me, but pure enthusiasm for the game and the club." He also indicated that all net proceeds from the sale will be donated to people affected by the conflict in Ukraine. Bloomberg reports that he's looking for a £3 billion or $4 billion offer. In late February or early March, Abramovich allegedly turned down a $2.5 billion or $3.3 billion deal. Despite the billionaire's desire to sell some of his assets, including the Chelsea Football Club, the penalties currently prevent him from doing so. Abramovich's dealings with UK firms and citizens are also forbidden. Chelsea FC is the world's 7th most valuable soccer club according to Forbes. It was valued at about $3.2 billion in 2021. While the club has millions of fans around the world, not everyone agrees with its position on Ukraine. In February, Chelsea FC published a contentious statement that made no mention of Russia or Abramovich's ownership. According to a statement on their website, Ukraine's situation is awful and disturbing. Chelsea is praying for everyone in Ukraine and wishes for peace for the entire club. Chelsea's financial future, on the other hand, is currently jeopardized as a result of Abramovich's sanctions. The club's funds have been frozen as a result of these sanctions, and Chelsea can only spend about $26,000 each game on travel. After having trouble renewing his US passport in 2018, Abramovich was granted Israeli citizenship and he visited Tel Aviv, where he became Israel's richest man. In 2020, local media reported that the wealthy man had invested $57 million on a seafront hotel in Tel Aviv. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a number of prominent Israelis, including the director of the Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial Museum and a leading rabbi, petitioned the US not to sanction Abramovich. In a letter to the United States, the delegates commended Abramovich's investments, charity, and support for Israel. According to the chairman, Abramovich is the museum's second largest private patron. The mogul, according to The Guardian, has homes all around the world, including a $118.4 million estate in London's Kensington Palace Gardens called Billionaire's Row. Abramovich is also one of the billionaires who owns homes in Eaton Square, London's exclusive garden estate known as Red Square, because of the significant number of Russian billionaires who own properties there. Abramovich also paid $96 million on 4 townhouses on New York's Upper East Side with the intention of combining them into a single gigantic mansion. According to municipal property records, as part of their divorce proceedings, Abramovich transferred 4 of the 5 residences in a row on East 5th Street to his third wife, Shakova, for roughly $92 million in September 2018. Abramovich isn't just interested in residences. The billionaire is also said to have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on yachts over the course of his life. 460-foot super yacht Solaris, which was linked to Abramovich, left the Barcelona shipyard where it had been parked for maintenance since 2021 before Abramovich was sanctioned on March 10th. The $600 million boat was tracked eastward after leaving the shipyard on March 8. On March 12, the Solaris was docked in Montenegro. The Eclipse super yacht cost Abramovich over $500 million. The 533-foot Eclipse was one of the world's largest yachts, but it was overtaken by the 590-foot Azam and then by the Rev Ocean, a sleek 600-foot yacht that launched in 2019. Will more of Roman Abramovich's assets be confiscated by countries once this video concludes? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.